with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw.
Complete, it's Dodson.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, kick out the plays that work best for you. Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
It's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play in this game.
It was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Going right back to Dodson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Target is to Dodson, and he's got him.
10 more there and another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Commanders.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage on the outside, and that's got to be put on these DBs. Take everything they want to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to throw again.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by McManus is good.
And it's 3-0 Washington. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening. He brings in a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal. There he goes, left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They run it again with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. the middle. It's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Cook up the gut. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game without getting 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's able to take it across midfield. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll get only a couple down to 44.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down. It's going to be incomplete.
Sure, the pass was incomplete. They made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
There he goes, right side. DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown! Philadelphia!
DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point. And pushes the lead out to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down, Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards.
And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's Hurts to throw.
His throw incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of...
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hand.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT. It's up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, they'll throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Swift. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Touchdown!
Down by Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now the lead on the 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible with this possession. Now, could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught at the 20.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
45 yards.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahan Dotson
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. Now he's loose again. DeAndre Swift, touchdown! DeAndre Swift,
his it good with a PAT. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw again.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook
from 6 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. He could not pull it in.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the...
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they open the lead now at 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 38 yards.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And just shutting him off there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
198 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Once again, it's Swift.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late, and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Philadelphia, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.